Welcome, everybody, to the 2022 PlainsWalkers Clan Asgard Grand Opening Celebration impromptu shot build contest where the winner takes a Razer Deathadder Mouse. I am Morvox, coming to you live from Asgard. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the gameplay here. Everyone's gathered for what is going to be a great contest here. Just want to make sure all my volume settings are back up, and let's go ahead and bring in the clan. So with me today, I have Knife Baked Asian, Helga, and of course, Brotilla the Hun. They're all joining us today for what will be an impromptu build contest where we just walk through Asgard and all the shops that are open, and then vote by poll. Winner receives a Razer Deathadder Mouse. So if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and begin the competition and start at the first one on the line here. So the first shop here in the competition is Stoned by Ryder. So we're not only going to judge how a shop looks, but also the idea behind the shop, and of course, like what they're selling, basically, an overall look at what the shops are doing, and then judge them by that criteria. So Stoned by Ryder, from what I understand, he sells stone, silver, and crystal. He does have a cool little design on the front of the building. It's all stone with the staircases as the ceiling, so, and the roof too. So very interesting design. Ryder is our Greek member, so it's not surprising to see that he came up with something that looked like this. Alright, so if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. The next one on the left is going to be Taste the Ocean by Rourke. Rourke's shop, he's basically the fishmonger for Asgard. He sells pretty much anything that comes out of the ocean. Whether that be cooked serpent stew, you want a fish wrap, you want raw fish. He also does custom orders, so if you need something specific, he can get it for you.
Hello.
Hey Ryder, thanks for joining us. We are at Asgard. We're actually just now on the second building. We're at Taste the Ocean. We just did yours if you want to join us. Ryder is our clan treasurer, so he pretty much oversees all of the gold exchanging here at Asgard. He also was the mind behind the location and the general idea behind how it will function and a lot of the basic rules. So thanks, Ryder, for joining us.
Yeah, I own the copyright rights pretty much.
Alright, so this one is not going to be in the competition yet because it's still incomplete. But just as a general note for the stream, it was going to be, I believe Ryder was working on something as far as like a fighters guild type thing where he could train players and also sell weapons and armor and different kinds of gear. But it's still currently under construction, I believe.
A what now?
I think you mean Ragnar, not Ryder.
Oh, I said Ragnar, didn't I?
And he said Ryder.
Oops.
Yeah, you said me.
Yeah, this is definitely Ragnar, not Ryder. Ryder is the first building that we judged, Stoned by Ryder. So the next one that's on the list here is the Salty Winch by Helga. And he's actually on, so if he wants to, he can explain a little bit of what he was going for here and the idea behind his business.
Yeah, I went with a medieval urban mercantile shipping house that you find in Europe, complete with balcony to oversee everything and park benches because of the long waiting lines. But as you know, if you're like a purist Valheim player, you know you can't portal metals, and so effectively everybody who's mining metals will end up needing to ship the metals from wherever their location is to Asgard or to other locations in the world. And so I figured probably the best thing to do, since I love sailing, is to provide a shipping service. And then if I need to make ends meet, I always like tagging along when killing bosses or if they need to do iron runs or anything. So I basically provide shipping and mercenary services.
Awesome. Did you want us to show us around so we can get a good idea of what it's like on the inside?
Yeah, sure. Come on in.
Hey guys.
Hey, Roach.
Hey, welcome.
Helga
Roach.
doesn't sell boats either. I tried.
So space is a premium. You've got, of course, the counter, complete with workbench and tally boxes, and up there, so Vikings are required by law back in the day to carry three things on them to show that they're a freeman. One is a spear, another is a shield, and the third is an axe. And so that's kind of like indication that you are a freeman and that you are in good standing with the community. So I've got that up there. In the back here, I got my garage where I basically rent out carts. And up in here is the tower so that you can see any ships that are coming in. You can see all the way down to the port if you want to take a look at that up here. It takes a little bit to run up. But it gives you a good commanding view over Asgard. And if you look without the oak, you can see the port and what ships are in and what ships are coming in. And gives you a nice view around, as well as the going-ons in the street below. It's a very observational and observant. And then the rest of it is set up to be sort of like a clearinghouse. You've got, building of the ships and on all the foundries and everything, the stews in case anybody needs food, and upstairs it was questioning whether or not we need lodging for any new players or any sailors that are coming in and out. And lastly, just sort of the balcony here, where you can just kind of watch the sunset. And yeah, that's about it.
I really like the balcony because I feel like you could definitely people
Yeah.
watch from up here and watch the comings and goings of the entire marketplace.
It is. It's quite fun sitting down and just watching people like haul carts and all sorts of produce in and out, and projects that they're working on.
And I really love the idea of cart rentals because I feel like as being a marketplace, people are always hauling their gear or whatever, their mats back and forth. Whether it be like iron from Ahsoka or anything else. It's nice to have those carts where people can just come in and rent them.
Yeah, and it's in a prime location too. It's like almost smack dab center. Right down there is the port.
Yep.
And down there is the rest of the shop. So it's like anybody that's ship came in and they need something, they can run here, grab a cart.
Yep.
It's only 10 gold and haul their stuff away, and rather than sweating back and forth.
Gotcha. So we're going to be. Brotilla has decided that he's not going to be in today's competition because he feels like he built already on top of a structure that was already there. So he asked me not to put him in the competition, but we could still look at it if you guys want to. While we're here, we can get it on stream. The Barley Barn by Brotilla. So if you guys want to go inside, take a look. He basically built on top of an already generated fooling tower. So he definitely, didn't have to consume as much resources to build his shop. It is pretty big.
I essentially took a mess and then multiplied it, so it went from being like a normal game-generated mess to a mess that I've contributed to. Not a whole lot here. There's trees that clip through the building. Haven't fixed that, so you can climb all the way up to the top though, and I can see over Helga's Tower. So, haha. But that's pretty much it.
With the throne at the top.
Yep.
Hey, you can see inside my roof.
This is
Yeah,
like
I can see most of Asgard from here, actually.
Yeah, I want to get the top of this on stream. Coming up there so I can see the view.
I find out health.
Thanks for reminding me I need to eat.
I have 100 health, so I can jump off whenever we're done and not die, hopefully. Because I'm not sure where I'll respawn. Here, I'll let you get up here. Yep.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
It's probably the tallest view in all of Asgard.
Yeah, there is a barn deal in the back, but it's just for resources. There's nothing in there.
Gotcha.
All the farm done elsewhere, and I just sell barn. Pretty much is it. So
I should survive this, right? I've got exactly 100 HP.
Well, I just died. It isn't a Valheim game without
Oh,
me
fuck.
falling off a roof somewhere.
Jason just died.
I just saw a dead body.
I had 100 health. What the heck?
I had eaten too. Like I wasn't, by no means was I almost dead, but that was a pretty long drop. And of course, it's gonna start me all the way at spawn.
Oh no!
No,
Well-
Silver in the air.
Now we have an event.
Well, now whoever's watching the stream gets to see the portal hub.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're new to the clan or you're just watching this because someone shared the link with you and you're not familiar, we have a Coliseum style portal hub. You'll see here once I portal in. Basically keeps all the clan members connected, but still allowing them to branch out and build their own residences wherever they want. So right now we're working on our third story, and that's actually got, what, 2-3 more portals, and then it'll be done. So let's go ahead and go back to Asgard so we can continue the competition.
We're also apparently getting raided, so we're getting a pretty cool aesthetic right now.
Alright, as soon as I get my body and we stop this raid, we'll go ahead and move on to the next shop.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything to stop.
It's lag right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
but-
it's all wanting to spawn in but can't.
The frame rate is the real enemy here.
I went from like 60, 70 frames to like 5 and 9.
Oh, I don't get 60 or 70 frames here ever. So
I get usually about 50, maybe high 40s.
not here in Asgard.
It depends on where I am in Asgard. In my
Yep.
store, I can't seem to get over 30, but in like less populated area, I get pretty high FPS.
Alright, the
Never
frames
mind.
are raising a little bit as this event fades. So next on the list is Ahsoka's Alloys. Ahsoka isn't on right now because he's a workaholic. But basically his premise is that if it's a metal, he sells it. So usually Ahsoka's sailing a lot, lots of iron. Usually that's his most popular item is his iron. He's got a really cool build because on both the left side and the right side, he's got like an A-frame with windows. And on the top, he has his workshop for all his iron. You can see there's some smelters up there. So what we did to get the smelters up here was we created iron beams for the second floor. that allowed us to put the smelters up here on the wood floor. That means he can pretty much get everything done in one single building. So minimizes him having to run from place to place. So across the street from him is Baked Asian Shop, aka the Quickie Mart. Because, I mean, just looking at it, it looks like a 7-Eleven. It does.
Everyone calls it a Quickie Mart now because of you.
He has a very interesting concept where he sells meal sets. So instead of just selling you one food item, anybody can sell you 3 food items, really, but 3 that are set to work together to optimize what you're trying to do. So it's a really interesting concept. Of course, he has his menu here with lots of different things, bread. You know, instead of having to buy one single stack for 30, you can get 2 for 50. So he's like kind of creating like a sale system where it makes sense to buy 2 instead of 1. In the back, he's got a huge sweatshop.
Jeez.
And if you go up here, you can actually see the slaves working away. I mean, more hot tub and more workshop area and places to relax behind a gate. So it kind of keeps it official. There is on the other side a free repair station that he set up. And this is on the 2nd floor of his shop. So this kind of takes the place as our communal workshop until we get a building set up for that purpose. And someone had go ahead.
I said you can craft and upgrade everything here.
Someone had put something naughty on this sign earlier. I had to change it.
Was it the
Found that, eh?
Oh yeah, Roach?
It keeps on changing one of my signs to close my health department.
No, he said something about a free BJ upstairs or something.
Oh my god. So someone changed it back before I got on then.
I did. I got it before I started the stream.
God damn it, Roach.
So over here is the Hunters Guild by Ragnar. And his concept was it was going to be a central area for all players to gather and post jobs and bounties for different mats and items. So I believe he also sells certain things like arrows and a couple different food items like on the go. This building did take significant damage at the beginning of Asgard before. We had some loxes in Asgard as we were using for transportation and to breed them, etc. But they ended up getting loose and damaging a bunch of buildings, so this building had to be repaired. I really like the trophy on the front. Definitely gives it a nice flair. It lets you know this place, reeks of death. This is where we bring all of our trophies. So the heads of all of our enemies are sold here for gold. I mean, you can't get more Viking than that.
I just noticed something. Yalguth's skull has bone where his ears are, so Yalguth had bones in his ears?
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So that means Fuelings have bones in their ears, because they're pretty much the same race, I think, right?
Yep. He's just an undead fueling, right?
Science doesn't make assumptions about ears. Hate to break it to you.
So the next shop here.
Yeah.
Until we skin a fulling skull, we cannot decide whether or not all fullings have bones in their ears. Maybe Yagla's a mutant, and that's why he ruled them.
Yeah, maybe, because he was that large, so.
Our next shop here is Knife Co., owned by Knife. So he is online, so I'm going to just go ahead and if he wants to, explain a little bit about his shop and what his business is. Go ahead, Knife.
Oh, this is the assorted shop of everything. It's kind of divided in bits. On the left, we have Odin's Ottomans, selling all sorts of materials and manufactured items. And then on the right side, it's 10th World Foods, selling Munchables and potions and such. And then I have a little shopkeeper's area in the back here.
Yep.
And then there's a secret room back here behind the table,
Let everyone cram in here and not be able to get out.
which I haven't done a whole
Well,
lot with yet.
it isn't secret anymore, though, so.
Nope.
Nope.
Now it's
I
on
didn't
the
even know
screen.
this was here. So very impressive. It's like a hidden storeroom.
And then Knifeco's latest subsidiary is the building supplies, which is out the back alley. Back here we have the Heimskardler,
Home Depot.
the lumberyard.
It even looks like a lumber yard. I like how you place like the whole logs in there.
Yeah, I had to grow them all first.
That's
knock
a nice
them down.
touch.
I lost a few in the process of pushing them around to get them in there. And then I've got my sawmill here, complete with a grinding wheel blade on it.
That's good.
Yeah. That's such a nice touch. Very unique, creative.
The little control station here for the dude running the sawmill. And this is selling just building materials.
Right.
Stone, tar, and wood.
Very impressive knife. And of course his really cool yellow mushroom open sign. It's a nice flare.
Of course.
Alright, so these next two I believe aren't going to be in the competition, but we can go over them just for the stream. On the left we have the not yet open Hunna's wood shop. It's still a work in progress here for Ironside. He was going to be our woodman for a while, and I guess, life happens, so just now Knife is running the Home Depot, the Hunna's garden, right? That's what you called it? Yeah. So we can get our wood from Knife, but I assume once more shops open up, more people will have more of a dedicated mat that they'll choose. And then over here is my shop, Hunters and Gatherers. It's the Adventurers Guild, so at the very beginning you have a couple places to sit down and just kind of relax and chat with people. Very comfy space. I didn't build it to win a build competition. I built it for basically efficiency. I wanted to have a big, decent open space out front, and then a decent back area where I can keep all my mats and a nice place to put all my menus and stuff. There are a couple item stands that, sells a couple different things we carry, like capes or different knickknacks like a bow or a cultivator. There's places to sit down. There's a pallet of fine wood in the corner. And then, of course, we have the giant menu. And, of course, we have daily specials depending on what mats I have the most of. Usually if I have an overflow of mats, I run a special on that item. And I also give discounts to first-time buyers. Usually they get a small discount when they purchase for the first time. That's pretty much this in a nutshell. Not meant to win any competitions, just designed to be efficient. So next one is actually one of my personal favorites. It's the resin, which is done by Roach. Roach is online if Roach just wants to maybe say a few things about his shop and what he's planning to do.
Okay. Welcome to the resin. It's the club of this town, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, the theme here was just to light this place using backlighting and item stands and all that kind of fun stuff instead of using flame. So the bottom floor is the bar. This is where bad things happen to good people. Got totems and golem stands and stuff to make things look fancy. Up the stairwell and around the corner. The place sells resin because it's got to be a business, so the resin sells resin for exorbitant prices. Again, backlighting was the theme here. It looks like glass, but it's not. I just started the sailing competition room, so eventually there'll be sailing, archery, and racing, lox racing. So this will be the sailing room. Eventually it will take you to the course I've made, which is actually back at my house, but
Yep.
just started this room, just trying to find things that are themed the way I want. All the floors are done in backlit. Top floor is blue, bottom floor is yellow. Right now this is just a portal room, but eventually going to be another competition. I think archery will be downstairs. This will be Locks racing. And yeah, that's the resin.
It definitely looks like a lot of work went into the flooring and the actual aesthetics of how the club is going to look. So
I'm glad you got here at night, honestly. Well,
yeah,
sunrise.
it was. We did it at night,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I saw the floors perfectly, and the stream got it. So
Perfect.
very impressive. It's awesome that you worked so long on the aesthetic and just the look of the club before you started focusing on like what it will provide, because it
Yeah, it
needs to have
doesn't
that. It
function
needs to
much.
have that look.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely has it. All right, and then the final shop on the tour is Runic's Coal with Soul. It's nothing special. It's just a log cabin with a wall and a gate, and it's self-serve. Usually, if I'm online, I'll disable the ward, and people can come in here and buy coal as they need it. And then down below, it's got the most kilns I've seen in one place, actually. And then tons of coal always being generated through here. So it definitely filled the needs of like Ahsoka. Like whenever he's like the biggest customer over here at the coal shop, so he'll come and literally buy like 2 chests full of coal at once. So that is Runic's Coal with Soul, and with that will conclude the tour through. So if everybody wants to go ahead and go over to the straw poll that I posted in the Asgard Trading Center and just vote for whoever you feel has the best shop in Asgard.
Asgard Trading Center.
You ought to show off the dock too.
What was that?
You ought to show off the dock too.
I should add the dock?
You should just show it off.
Oh,
For
yeah,
the
that's
stream.
right. Yep. That's a good idea. So while everyone's voting, I'm just going to run down here and show the dock to everybody because it was a lot of work from what I understand. And it's one of the coolest parts about Asgard is that we wanted it to have a big city feel to it, like a very large meeting place / marketplace. So we built a dock that can pretty much support up to 4 longboats, which is pretty impressive. And I also still need to vote. We also got this oak tree at the beginning of Asgard. When we started, it was nighttime, so you guys didn't get to see this beauty. It's probably one of the largest oak trees I've seen. It's completely massive. And then, of course, we have this lighthouse on the other end. Signifies where the dock starts.
Most of the dock was done by Knife.
Yes.
The ship under construction was done by Helga. I did the cranes. Knife did the lighthouse entirely on his own.
We even made it look like a dock. They threw boxes down and...
Yeah, Roach helped me with the boxes.
Yeah, it's very, very unique, and it's got its own feel to it. It definitely feels like a dock. And you can even hear the seagulls in the distance, like...
It was a very communal effort as well. So there were several people who pitched in.
I did my part.
All right, so I'm going to let voting go on till, let's see, 2 more minutes. I'll let it go on for anyone else who wants to vote. I don't think I've voted either. So let me... Oh, and one thing to remember that we didn't cover was that at the Salty Winch, Helga had a boat on his roof. So please remember that when you're voting.
Oh man, that's kind of like a big detail.
Yeah, I'm gonna run back and grab that, and before the polls close. I can't believe we missed that.
Dude, I love this dock. It looks like a dock. I need to finish that.
I was thinking about using shields mounted on the sides to be like the pivot points of the cranes. The wooden
Oh,
shield.
no. Yeah. That would be really cool. Maybe I should just tear this down and let somebody else build something here. It wouldn't be all that hard to tear down. Just knock out a couple of beams and it's gone. Kind of looks like the front end of Asian's shop, actually.
Wait, are you gonna build that stone building where we can keep personal chests for our ships?
Maybe. The
I
problem
need
with the
somewhere to hide.
I mean, you can put a personal chest wherever and store your ship. I
As-
guess.
feel like-
Go ahead.
I can't
Sorry.
open stuff at all. Like if that's how many people are on. Like I can't fucking interact with anything.
Just wait.
All right,
Usually if you
so
give
I'm
it a
gonna
few
go ahead
seconds.
and close the polling. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results. So since me and Runic are on the same IP, it doesn't let me and her vote because that's just how straw poll does it. So I'm just gonna have to add my vote in. If everyone wants to jump over there and look at the results, we have a 50-50 split between Knife and Roach, and it's basically gonna depend on who I want to put the final vote in for. And I think I'm gonna go for Roach. Just because of how unique his entry is and the lighting on the floors that just took countless mats and hours of time excruciating work.
Yeah.
So Roach, you won, my dude. Congratulations.
The real competition here was who could use more fine wood, and I think I have like 400 item stands or more inside the building.
So we're
It's an
just
item
gonna,
stand competition.
if it's okay, if we could all go in front of the resin and just stand in front so we could take a screenshot real quick.
Hey, resin photo. It's too bad it's day.
And then we bulldoze the winner's house.
Yep,
Yeah.
and ban
Yeah.
it from the server.
It's tax season. Or do you
Wait
want
for
to?
me.
You want to stand on the stairs down here?
Okay,
Get ourselves
that works.
Oh, yeah.
looking one way with the. Yeah. Guess we can sit in the front.
Wait for me.
Why is Knife naked?
That's, yeah. Second place. That's what it looks like.
All right, you guys ready? Or you guys want to do some type of emote or?
You can do the 3, 2, 1
Yep.
emote.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, emote. Nice. All right.
I don't know how to emote, so
It's the slash, challenge, cheer, point, wave. I think there's one that's like no or something.
All right,
Didn't
now I'm
work
ready.
when
Now
I was
I'm ready
sitting.
for clapping. I just got the shirt off.
Yeah. Shirts off, boys. You can wear everything else, but shirts off.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This has been PlainsWalkers Clan doing the Asgard Grand Opening Celebration. If you guys feel like joining, go ahead and head over to Reddit Valheim LFG and find the post that's on the top page. We are looking actively for new recruits, so if you guys ever want to join and make a plot, we're also getting a second server soon, so things are getting really exciting. It's a fun time here at PWC. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.